Now let's plot the shear force diagram. So here we show the zero line of our shear force diagram. Upward shear force will be positive and downward shear force will be negative. On the x-axis we have length of beam and we have denoted the salient points from the load diagram. Now shear force towards right of A is plus 33.25 kilonewton. Let me plot a positive 33.25 kilonewton above point A. Let me connect this with point A with a vertical line. Now shear force towards left of B is minus 6.75 kilonewton. So let me plot a minus 6.75 kilonewton shear force below point B. Now how this shear force is varying between point A and B? If you see between point A and B, there is a uniformly distributed load. So variation is linear. So let me connect it with a inclined straight line. Now shear force towards right of B is same, minus 6.75 kilonewton. Hence it will stay here only. Shear force towards left of C is minus 6.75 kilonewton and shear force towards right of C is minus 24 kilonewton. So first we plot minus 6.75 kilonewton below C. Let me connect it with a horizontal straight line. Then at point C, our shear force is changing to minus 24 kilonewton. So let me plot minus 24 kilonewton force below point C. Let me connect this with this by a vertical line. So this is your minus 24 kilonewton shear force. Shear force towards left of D is minus 24 kilonewton. So let me plot minus 24 kilonewton below point D. And let me connect it with the horizontal straight line since your variation of shear force is 0. The shear force towards right of D is plus 8.48 kilonewton. So the shear force at point D is changing from minus 24 to plus 8.48. So let me plot plus 8.48 kilonewton shear force above point D. And let me connect it with a vertical line. Now shear force towards left of E is plus 8.48 kilonewton. So again above at point E, we plot 8.48 kilonewton shear force. Now since the value of shear force is same between point D and E, I connect it with a horizontal straight line. Then finally connecting it with a zero line. So with this, our shear force diagram is complete. We see that some part of our shear force is positive whereas other part is negative. So if we analyze the shear force diagram, we see that shear force is changing the value from positive to negative at some point which is in between point A and B. And let me define the point as point F. At point F, your shear force is 0 and its value is changing from positive to negative. So at this point, our positive bending moment will be maximum. Now since at this point, we need to calculate the bending moment, we need to know the location of point F within the span AB. So let X be the distance of point F from the left hand hinge support A. Now let us plot the point F on the load diagram. So at point F, our shear force is 0. Now writing it in expression form, I can write shear force at F is equal to 0. Now by considering the left hand side of section from point F, we see that the vertical forces on the left hand side of section is, first is a upward vertical support reaction VA of magnitude 33.25. So we have 33.25 kilonewton. Then we have this downward UDL whose intensity is 8 kilonewton per meter, and for this much part of the section it is acting for a distance of x meter. So we have minus 8 into x. Now this is equal to 0. This is the expression for shear force at point F by considering the left hand side of section. So upon solving this, we get the value of x equal to 4.15 meter. So our point F is at a distance of 4.15 meter from left hand support A. So let's show this distance in the load as well as the shear force diagram. Now if we continue to analyze our shear force diagram, we see that at point D, a shear force is changing its magnitude from negative to positive, and at point D, the shear force is 0. So at point D, our negative bending moment will be maximum. So now the analysis of shear force diagram is complete. Let's move towards bending moment calculation.